Hi everyone, welcome again to AP European History. My name is Paul Sargent. I got a few minutes that I didn't expect before track practice, so I thought I'd get in a little video here and start talking to you about the period between World War I and World War II. And if you've been following along, you saw that I did spend a lot of time talking about the Treaty of Versailles in the last couple of videos, and it's because I find it to be so very, very, very important. But I also find it important to give an idea going into a unit as to sort of the big picture. Now, spoiler alert, there's a Second World War. I don't know if you knew that or not. Hopefully, if you're in AP European History, you kind of already got that one. But if we look at the period between the wars, we can kind of see a few things happening. And here's going to be the sequence of how these different videos are going to go along. First, we're going to take a look at the period in the 1920s when there's really sort of this uncertainty of how to make this peace work. France is going to spend a lot of time trying to ensure its security, trying to make sure that Germany doesn't invade it again. Germany's going to be struggling with the fact that they have a rather ineffective democracy and that they can't pay all of the money that they were asked to pay at the Treaty of Versailles, and that they're getting punished for not paying that money. And so that's going to cause some problems as we go along. Meanwhile, the United States, that we're not going to cover too much here, is going to completely turn their backs on Europe, except for a little bit financially. And they're going to say, hey, we're just going to deal with our own affairs, and we're going to enjoy the flappers and the roaring 20s, and we're all going to buy stocks. Well, that comes to a crash later on. And I'll get to that. And in Britain, they consistently keep worrying about their empire. And securing their sort of dominance of the seas. Now, this is going to all come to an end with two big problems. Number one is the economic collapse of Germany. Germany is going to completely have some real economic problems, and they're horrible. They provide a lot of lessons. But the Great Depression provides even more problems. And it leads to a period where people are searching for solutions. In Italy, in Germany, in Russia, and in Spain, those solutions are dictatorial, totalitarian regimes. They're like your absolute monarchs that we studied a long time ago, except these guys are not hereditary, they're not born into it, they're elected into these positions, unless of course you're Stalin, and there's a sort of question of exactly how you got there. But at least with Germany and Italy, we can say you got elected in there in some way, and then you take over and you eliminate all opposition pretty much. This is going to lead to the rearmament of Germany, to the alliance of Germany, Italy, and Japan, into the Axis powers, and eventually to Germany's expansion into places where other people don't want them expanding, and ending up in Poland to start the Second World War. So that's kind of the big picture of the whole thing. Along the way, we're also going to look at new changes in thought and the way that intellectuals, artists, and writers reacted to World War I and reacted to the end of progress. So I hope that's not too much, and I hope I haven't laid it all on you and all of that, but that's kind of where all of this stuff is going. So I hope you enjoy these videos, and I hope they're helping, and let's start learning about this period between the wars.